Well, y'all, this year so far has already been one heck of a ride. I say spiritually and emotionally. I'm thankful to God for what He's doing. So my church had a 21-day fast starting the beginning of January. And, as I got towards the end of the fast, I started to think to myself, what was the point in all this? Did I even learn anything? Did I gain anything from it? I've gained a lot. I've gained a bit of an understanding about myself and what area I need to grow in, especially when it comes to the words that come out of my mouth. The Bible says in Proverbs 10:19 that too much talk leads to sin. So be sensible and keep your mouth shut. And if I ever needed a word, that was a great word. Because God has placed a prophetic mantle on my life, I've come into an understanding that I need to be very careful with the words that I speak, because we already know words in and of themselves have power, right? But especially when you're operating in the prophetic, your words carry that much weight because your words have the ability to speak destiny into people's lives, to speak encouragement and hope, and to speak truth into people's lives. And so I'm definitely learning in this season that I have to be careful with the words that come out of my mouth. And y'all, let me tell y'all, it's not that I have malicious intentions with the words that I speak. I truly love people. And I know people might be like, oh, you look serious all the time, but I have a deep love for people. And I don't mean people harm. But I've realized that there have been times where I have said something or shared something that only later do I go back and go, like, just give myself a thud because I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't need to say that, or that didn't need to come out of my mouth that way, or, just I should have been wise in what I said. And so if there is anything that I learned in this season, and trust me, I've learned quite a few things from this fast, is that we have to be wise with our words. Jesus said every careless word, every idle word will be taken into account on Judgment Day. And I don't want to be found wanting in that area. It's not an easy thing because sometimes you just talking and sharing, or you joking around and playing, and words just slip out of your mouth. And then next thing you know, later on, when you go back and you like think about what was said or review what was said, you're like, oh my God, I didn't even mean it that way. I can see how the context could look terrible. Y'all, keep me up in prayer in that area. Because I know God has ordained my mouth for His purposes and plan. And there's great power in the words that I speak. But I have to absolutely work on the wisdom in how I share it and what I share and if I share. So I hope that encourages someone. Be careful with the words that you speak. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And not only that, but even though our heart can be right, sometimes words can be taken out of context or said in a way that can be misunderstood or miscommunicated. And we don't want that. We want to operate in love, power, a sound mind, and definitely wisdom. So be blessed. Love you. Bye.